everybody, this is Walt.
This is Max.
And you are listening to the ABCs of Rock and Metal.
We call it Anti-Seminal. We are Useless Info Inc.
As always.
And we are in the K's, which means Kiss, Walt.
Yep.
Kiss. And we're doing Dress to Kill.
Dress to Kill.
1975.
Yep.
Now, Walt, remember our friend Awesome Dave? Awesome Dave. No, Awesome Dave.
He turned into Awesome Dave.
Awesome Dave. Awesome Dave.
Yep.
So he and I were talking the other day, because, we talk sometimes.
Yeah.
He was asking me, why do you consider this one anti-seminal?
For me, the debut and Hotter Than Hell got a little more attention than Dress to Kill.
Okay.
This is right before Alive came out.
Okay. And
so I think Alive overshadowed Dress to Kill.
And when does Destroyer come out?
Oh, it's right after Alive.
Alive, okay.
So this is where Kiss kind of changed up their sound a little bit to have radio-friendly type hits.
Okay, yeah.
Because Hotter Than Hell was basically almost a sludge fest. It's very dirgy, very dirty-sounding record.
Mm-hmm.
And the record company, Casablanca, they were basically going down.
Okay, not in a good way.
Not in a good way, right. They weren't giving head. So the president, Neil Bogart, produced the album. And he told the band, we're looking for hits. Because basically they couldn't afford a producer on this album.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's real down guerrilla recording almost, the way they did this, the way they pulled it off. They were on tour for about a year plus, and they were hustled back into the studio because, like I said, the record company was going down on Paul Stanley. So they needed hits, and they were pushing the band for anthems.
Okay, yeah.
And you get one of the best
exactly
on this
where
record. You wanted the best!
Yep.
You got the best.
Well, that's what Dave was saying. It's like this one has that really popular song on it.
Rock and Roll All Night.
But other than that, it's not really one of these big albums, right?
It's not.
Yeah.
It gets forgotten.
Yeah.
It gets lost in the
Yeah,
shuffle, so to speak.
I'd say that, yeah.
Except for two singles, Rock and Roll All Night.
Mm-hmm. What's the other one?
People prefer the version that's on Alive.
Yeah,
for
that one's
Rock and Roll All Night.
Exactly, yeah.
Because it's more raucous in the whole thing.
Sure, yeah.
And it's pseudo, once again, live setting.
Yeah.
Because
There's
Kiss
that
went
whole
into
thing,
the studio
yeah.
and they kind of doctored things up with the production and the whole nine.
Yeah.
The other is Come On and Love Me, actually, was a bigger hit
Yeah.
off this album. And I love that song. I think it's a great song. So
Okay, lineup.
Gene Simmons.
Of course.
Paul Stanley.
Yeah.
Ace fucking Frehley. And Peter Criss.
Yes.
Now, here's another side note. Check this out.
Yeah.
Paul Stanley's real name is Stanley Burt Einson.
Oh, that's a good rock and roll name.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah,
That's why
yeah.
he changed it to Paul Stanley. Ace Frehley is Paul Daniel Frehley.
Mm-hmm.
Gene Simmons is Chaim White.
Yeah. He's a good Jewish boy.
Yeah, right.
Or back
Oh, wow.
at one point he was.
Well,
Not
yeah.
anymore, yeah.
And Peter Criss is Peter Criss Cola.
Chris Cola.
Big Brooklyn boy.
Yeah, okay.
I like this record a lot because it kind of establishes what's going to happen in the future with Kiss.
Okay, so you feel like this was a transitional album.
Transitional, yes.
Now, in what sense? What did they achieve on this album with their sound that you don't feel was on the previous two albums?
Production.
Okay.
It's right there. And once again, they're trying to craft cock rock radio hits.
Sure, okay.
It's there. And it was rushed. I mean, the production was rushed. The songwriting was rushed. But they came up with something that really kind of set the bar for Kiss. And now, the album after, I believe, is, like we said, Destroyer. Production-wise, it kind of takes a step back to Hotter Than Hell. And the opening is Detroit Rock City.
Yeah.
So Come On and Love Me was a big hit in Detroit. So they wrote Detroit Rock City to thank Detroit for all their support, radio support.
Yeah.
They weren't getting played on radio stations anymore.
Okay, yeah.
At that point. So the opening of Detroit Rock City, if you hear it, it sounds like it's coming through headphones or on
it's
stereo.
got that little effect going on. Yeah.
So you hear Rock and Roll All Night playing on the guy's stereo as he gets in his car.
Right, yeah.
So, but that's another album.
Sound poem going on there.
Right.
Okay, should we get in this?
Yeah.
Into this one?
Oh, yeah.
So this is Room Service. That's not a double entendre, is it?
I don't know, right?
Don't tell me it's a double entendre.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. Tell me.
Great guitar line.
Yeah?
Brings you right in. You're in for a rock and roll ride. No holds barred. It's straight up rock and roll.
You know, when I listen to these early Kiss albums, I'm reminded at how much of a glam band they were.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Because this is what's going on.
Yeah.
You know, like Mott the Hoople and a lot of
New York
T-Rex.
Dolls,
Yeah,
T-Rex.
yeah.
No, absolutely.
It's like, in that era, glam kind of had two strains. One was more like Velvet Underground influence, more artsy, more David Bowie strain.
Right.
And the other one was just more straight up rock and roll.
Right.
This is where Kiss is going, and like Alice Cooper and
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think, honestly, in my opinion, that Ace Frehley really brought the glam,
oh really?
sound-wise, guitar-wise,
Okay.
to the band.
Yeah, I hear that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got the funk all over it,
Mm-hmm.
man. You know, he really does. And, I mean, they're all competent players.
Yeah.
And Peter Criss is at the height of his powers on these records, the early records.
Right. Okay.
The songwriting is tight, music-wise.
Yeah.
Lyrically, leaves something to be desired.
Yeah.
You know, leaves something to be desired.
Not quite. Yeah.
It's an afterthought, it feels like,
Sure.
with Kiss.
Yeah.
You know. But Ace Frehley, man, I love his guitar lines. Listen to this. And you know it's him
Yeah.
by just hearing. I could pick him out
Okay.
all the time on if he does a guest appearance on an album.
Yeah.
Like that's got to be Ace.
Okay.
That's got to be Ace Frehley. So, but yeah, stunted growth when it comes to the lyrics.
Yeah.
Room
they never
service,
quite
really?
got there. Yeah.
I could use a meal. Do what you feel.
Yeah.
What rhymes with feel?
Where's my rhyming thesaurus thing, rhyming dictionary?
Yeah, right,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah. All right, next up.
Oh my God. But no, you got to hear this now.
Okay.
I see her daddy's getting mad. What? What?
Yeah.
Room service.
Is this one where he talks about a 16-year-old?
Pretty much.
Yeah, gosh. Yeah, yeah.
That's every song, though.
Yeah,
That's
true.
kind of every
yeah,
song.
yeah. All right, second track is Two Timer. This is a pretty standard blues trope of the cheating girlfriend, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But that's a great opening, though,
But what do they do with it? That's the thing. How do they change it up, do you think?
with sleazy lyrics.
Yeah, well, that'll
Sleazy
do it.
lyrics, you know.
Examples?
There you go. I tell her all the time.
Yeah.
And Gene Simmons singing, you know, he just exudes sleaze.
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
certain,
Oh, yeah.
on certain songs like this.
Yeah.
He's just, you know, but, you know, when you're young and you're dumb and full of cum, these are anthems. These are anthems for getting out on a Friday night and, you know, a Saturday night.
Yeah.
And looking to party and pick up chicks and the whole thing.
Yeah.
You can spout Kiss lyrics to the right girl and they'll think it's poetry.
Did that work out for you, Walt?
Fuck yeah, many times.
Okay,
Many
all right,
times.
okay.
Many times. Especially this one.
Oh, no.
And they don't get it.
Yeah, okay.
Well, basically, like you said, it's a blues trope, the whole thing.
Yeah.
The woman cheating on the guy and the whole nine.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's Kiss doing it. So
Yeah, it's
you
different,
really
yeah.
don't take it as seriously as you would a blues song. It's not depressing.
Can
It's
you
not,
ever take Kiss seriously?
at points here
Yeah,
and there?
yeah.
I mean, like God of Thunder and stuff like
Okay.
certain songs.
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
Certain songs you can take a little more seriously. They're cartoonish,
Sure, yeah.
but they're better than, you know, the cock rock lyrics that go on for most of their albums.
Sure, yeah.
I gotta say again,
Uh-huh.
I think that the lyrics are a second thought when it comes to a last thought.
They do feel
when
like-
it comes
yeah,
to,
yeah.
because the music is great. I mean, the music is infectious, and they're all fucking great at what they're doing.
Yeah,
They're hungry too. This is only their third album.
yeah.
And they're really hungry.
So where were they in their, in terms of their fame at this point?
Oh, they were touring, like I said. Their biggest thing was touring
Yeah.
to get the name out there.
Yeah.
But the band was basically broke.
Okay, so
At
they
this
were
point.
not that popular as a touring
No.
band. Okay.
No. And their albums weren't selling.
They're like a club band at this point?
No, they were actually starting to move on to bigger venues.
Okay.
Than just clubs.
Locally, New York, or?
All over.
Oh, okay,
All
all right, so
over.
they were at that point.
Yeah, all
That's
over
something.
the U.S. and
Okay.
outside the U.S. as well.
Okay, yeah.
So they were starting to make a real name for themselves. But at the same time, they didn't have any fucking money.
Yeah, okay.
Because they were taking all the money that they made and putting it back into stuff that they needed on the road.
Sure, okay.
Because, like I said, the record company was going down. There's no money from them.
Yeah.
So they were turning it around to, you know, their makeup and their outfits and the stage stuff, the lighting and this and that and the other
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
They were pretty much broke.
Okay.
And that's why the record company said, well, we need another album. We need hits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, you got to churn them out.
Yeah.
Okay, next up, possibly, Ladies in Waiting. We have, yes, there we go. That's Ladies in Waiting. Yeah. It's a good riff.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. Propellant. Yeah.
Ace Frehley, once
Yeah,
again. Well, we can't sleep on Paul Stanley as well. He's another great
I wouldn't
guitar
want to
player.
sleep on him, but or around him or with him or anything like that. Yeah, no, talk about him. Tell me.
It's just a great opening riff.
Yeah.
And once again, we keep the stunted growth going.
So Stanley, he's the rhythm guy, right?
Stanley, yeah. Also,
Yeah.
he plays some lead here
Okay.
and there, depending
Yeah,
on
yeah.
the songs.
Yeah.
But mostly on the early stuff, it's Ace Frehley. It's
Okay.
Ace
Sure,
that plays
okay.
the lead guitar. The main songwriters were always Paul and Gene.
Okay.
Now, everybody wrote in the band.
Yeah.
And everybody sang in the band as well.
Yeah.
You know, Ace wasn't confident with his voice yet on these records. Later on, he got a little more confident
Yeah.
and started singing lead vocals on certain tracks.
Okay.
But once again, this is Gene Simmons, bragging about, you
Yep.
know,
Yeah,
how
yeah.
many women want him and all this and that. All
Yeah.
right, so he's got a long tongue. Big
Yeah.
deal.
Yeah.
Big deal.
Yeah. So did Reagan in The Exorcist.
Right. Right.
Cross-reference to other podcasts.
Overcompensating, you know. And he also drives a sports car, I guess.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
Yeah.
Now, I think that the band put on makeup to begin with because they realized they weren't going to get any chicks looking the way they did.
Well, it was a part of the scene back then.
And then it became a thing.
A lot of bands were doing that. Like.
But not to the mime extreme that these guys
Sure,
do, you know,
okay.
Mimes
Okay.
from hell.
Yeah.
You know? And then they developed personas.
Yeah. Right.
You know,
yeah,
the demon,
yeah.
the Catman, the man from space, the Star Child.
Yeah.
You know. But, as much as I diss, I do love Kiss.
Yeah.
I'm wearing a Kiss t-shirt right
Yeah,
fucking
you
now.
are. I can attest to that.
So
Yes.
I love Kiss. I
Yeah.
grew up listening to Kiss. It was an easy jump for me being into comic books and science fiction to get into rock and roll with a band like Kiss.
Sure. Yeah.
With a band like Kiss, you got to do the Paul Stanley a little bit.
This is Getaway. Yeah. Solid riff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Once again, Ace. Ace and Peter wrote this song,
Okay.
and you can kind of tell because Peter sings on it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
He's got that raspy.
Yeah. All right.
The raspy. He doesn't have the high Paul Stanley. Get away! Raspy baritone.
Raspberry. That's the band name.
Right? Yeah. It's a groover.
It is.
It's a groover.
It is the groover. Yeah.
And then we get to this nice change. Nice
Yeah,
change there.
okay.
Where you can tell Peter Criss was involved in the writing with the drum style. The way it drives the whole
Okay.
song.
Right. Yeah.
Say
Yeah.
now he picks up and goes back into the verse.
Yeah.
Yeah. God, we're looking at images of Kiss. As we're doing it. Look at these outfits, right?
Yeah.
Later on, when they became big, the outfits got bigger.
Yeah. Oh,
They're
man.
crazy. I prefer, now we're seeing an image of younger Kiss,
Yeah.
where the outfits were still crazy, but they're a little more.
It's more
slimmed down.
stripped down.
Yeah, stripped down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just basic S&M wear. Like
Right.
Nothing extravagant.
Right. They got better at their makeup.
Yeah. Okay.
When you see early footage of them when they were wearing the makeup,
Yeah.
it would literally pour off their faces from sweat. So then
yeah.
they got down with grease paint,
Yeah.
and that's what changed.
That's what
the
professionals
look.
do. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That took money,
Yeah.
It took money, so they had to tour to get all that shit.
Yeah. Okay. Next up. So this is Rock Bottom. Now this is unusual,
Yeah,
and this finger picking goes on for about half the song.
yeah,
Right? Yeah.
yeah.
So it's
Once again, Ace Frehley,
okay.
an
Yeah.
acoustic type intro
Yeah.
to the song.
It's nice.
Yeah,
Yeah. You can.
it's sweet.
You can. Yeah.
You can make out to it.
Yeah. And then what happens when the rocking part comes in?
It just hits you over the head.
Yeah.
And it's funny. You would think the song would be more about addiction and what have you, hitting rock
Yeah.
bottom. But it's more about this guy, Gene Simmons, I think, once again, complaining about his girlfriend and how she's hit rock bottom.
Of course.
Because
yeah.
she just won't give him head or something. I don't know what it is. It's something to that effect, or give him anal. I don't know. You know.
Whoa. Okay.
Yeah, I said
Whoa.
it. I said
Crossed the line. Okay.
it. Well, also, you got to remember at the time when this came out, you had other bands like Led Zeppelin
Yeah.
and Jethro Tull that were doing similar things, and they were popular on the radio.
You were supposed to establish your chops by doing a little bit of acoustic stuff, right? Yeah,
right.
That's true.
You know,
Yeah.
and this is Kiss trying to be sensitive for a second.
Yeah.
You know, which is funny. I mean, but you kind of feel like you can sway with it. You
No,
know?
it is nicely done. Yeah.
Get my lighter out.
Yeah.
You know, got my lighter out. Blazing for it. You know, it's all good. But first time listen, you're kind of thinking, well, where's the song going to
Yeah,
go?
is this going
Is this
anywhere,
going to
or
be
is this-
Stairway to
yeah.
Heaven now, or
Are you gonna
what's happening?
Sing anything or
Right.
yeah.
Or is this a segue or
Yeah.
what? You know?
Yeah. Yeah, there you go.
And then,
the tonic there. Yeah. It's a whole different song now.
right, yeah, exactly.
Why even have the two as one song?
Like I said, it should have been just a segue.
Yeah.
You know? Rock bottom and you're there to stay. Ooh-ee. Paul Stanley on lead vocals.
So give me your thoughts on Gene Simmons as a vocal stylist.
I like his delivery sometimes, you know.
Sometimes?
Sometimes. I do.
But
not all the time.
okay.
And I think he has the good sense at least to know what songs he can sing
That's
and the
crucial.
songs that he can't.
Exactly. That's an
Where
important
he
thing.
steps aside and lets Paul Stanley do it, or Peter Criss,
Yeah.
or you know, later on Ace.
Yeah.
He has the good enough sense to say, well, this is not something I want to sing or I can sing
Yeah.
as effectively.
Yeah,
Now, there are original vocals for God of Thunder where Paul Stanley sings it
Okay.
on the demo tapes.
Okay.
It doesn't work.
Huh.
Gene
Okay.
Simmons steps in, all of a sudden the song works.
Interesting.
So it's that kind of dynamic.
Yeah.
So I think they're great. They're a great band. I mean, especially the original lineup. I mean, I like other incarnations of Kiss later on, but for me, for my dollar, you know, I prefer the original four.
Okay.
You know, the Fantastic Four, as it
Yeah,
were,
yeah.
for Kiss. You know, and they've been quoted as, I haven't said it, the heavy metal Beatles. Have you ever heard that?
No, but I would dispute that.
Yeah.
Kind of.
When I heard it, I said the same
Yeah.
thing. Like, what?
Like, really? Okay.
I don't think so. but
I wouldn't apply any of those words to Kiss, honestly. I mean, as much as I do
heavy
enjoy
metal
them.
or Beatles?
Yeah. They're not a metal band. Would you call them metal band?
No,
Hard rock.
No, I would say they're more hard rock.
Yeah.
They're more hard
yeah,
rock
Yeah.
than anything else.
Okay, so well, come on and love me.
Right now?
Well,
On mic?
why not? Give them a show. Give them what they want.
Hang on. Jesus effing Christ.
Technical difficulty.
We got it now.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Bam, bam. Da-na. Go all Beavis and Butthead on you. Da-na.
So again, they're a hard rock band.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
They got
Solid
attitude.
hard rock. Yeah.
Attitude goes a long way
But we
with
should
hard
say
rock.
that back in this era, this is pretty hard.
Yeah.
Yeah. yeah. At any time, this is hard. Yeah.
But once again, it's got the heaviness that you want. Also the glam sensibility.
Yeah.
A good glam sensibility.
Yeah.
Not what became later, you know, Poison and all that. Not the hair metal glam
That's
stuff.
a different era of glam. Yeah.
This has got boogie to it.
It does. Yeah.
You know, it moves. You
Yeah.
know. You know, you'll shake your ass to this song. You know?
Yeah.
You can get up and dance to it if you want.
Yeah.
And that.
Yeah.
Awesome. Great. It's kind of a pseudo pre-chorus, and then you just get that,
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
which is great.
Yeah.
But the lyrics went, I'm a man, I'm no baby, and you're looking every inch a lady. What? You're good looking and you're looking like you should be good?
Yeah. That's. What a poet.
Worse.
Yeah.
You were distant, now you're near. I can feel it. Inside the mirror. What? Is he masturbating? What the hell does that mean? What does that mean, Paul? I want to know. See, this is where Gene Simmons' vocals work in the background with a tune like this.
Sure. Okay.
See?
Yeah. I hear it.
Kind of fills it up and the
Yeah,
whole
yeah.
thing, you know? And then you get Paul right over him, which
Yeah.
is great.
Yeah.
And this is a lot of famous musicians, one of their favorite Kiss songs.
Okay.
Even Nirvana covered this.
Yeah,
which
that's
you would
right.
never
Yeah,
expect.
yeah.
Even Nirvana was like, "Damn, that's a great fucking song."
Yeah.
And once again, Paul Stanley came up with this on the fly
Huh. Interesting.
because they were rushed into the studio, so he came up with it just out of nowhere.
Huh. Yeah.
So it's a great song, and it's one of my favorite Kiss songs, to be honest.
Yeah. Cool.
Just the way it's crafted, the way it sounds. It's a good, slinky, sleazy, but still cool rock song.
Yeah. Still
You know?
kind of sexy.
Yeah, right, exactly.
There's something seductive to it.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's
Seductive
got
to like kind of sleazy, like wake up and feel guilty and shame sex, but still seductive. Yeah.
that. Right. The walk of shame.
Yes, exactly. This is the precursor to the walk of shame. And anything for my baby.
Which, title-wise, sounds like a Motown song.
Yeah.
You know? And they're trying hard on this one to
Yeah.
have a radio hit. You can smell it.
It's very anthemic, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
With the short verses into pre-chorus, But once again, Ace, man, his guitar lines.
Well, let me ask you this. Do you feel like they are best at a individual song level or as a whole album statement kind of band? You know what I mean? Because we've talked about
Right.
bands that are very good at crafting whole albums.
Right.
As cohesive statements. How do you feel about Kiss in that regard?
Well, the early stuff, I like the whole album.
Okay.
I do.
Yeah.
As much as you might not like one or two tracks, for me,
Yeah.
I still like the album as a whole.
Sure, okay.
Well, it's also nostalgia. I mean, because this is like the first band that I got into as a kid.
Okay.
I was like 9, 10 years old when I got into Kiss.
Yeah.
So I like the early records as a whole.
Okay.
There are a couple songs here and there where it's, as you get older, you could skip.
Yeah.
But the later stuff is where I can say not so much.
Yeah.
The
Okay.
later stuff.
Yeah.
For me, it's up till, I think, maybe Rock and Roll Over, Love Gun, around there. And then I kind of stop, album-wise.
Okay.
Especially with Love Gun, because they do a cover of And Then She Kissed Me, that Paul Stanley
Yeah,
sings.
that's right. Yeah.
Oh, it's so bad. It's one of the worst covers I've ever heard in my entire life. And normally I like the bands that I like, and when they do a successful cover.
Yeah.
But that was I don't know what they
that
were
was
thinking with that
sad.
shit.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
really don't. But it is what it is, right?
All right, next up, She. Well, yes.
Yeah.
She. Okay. Technical issues.
There you go. That shit is hot.
Different kind of beat here. Yeah.
This is a leftover Wicked Lester track. Their original name.
Okay.
When they started out.
Wicked Lester, really?
Wicked Lester.
Okay. Yeah, that would have taken them far.
Right. So they had this song. The original version of this song, though, it sounds like a Jethro Tull ripoff. With
Interesting.
flutes and
Oh, really?
and
that's funny.
keyboards and stuff.
Huh.
Here they really toughen it up.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
And now you can see how many other bands that I enjoy to this day got into this song specifically.
This has almost got a Zeppelin thing going on.
Yep.
I'm feeling, that
Right.
kind of like grinding sort of bow, bow, bow. Yeah.
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 I mean, the bass on this
Yeah, exactly.
is
yeah.
bombastic.
Yeah.
And then it goes into this groove.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. But once again, just talking about women.
Yeah.
You know.
What else are they going to sing about? They're not taking on the vital topics of the day, are they?
Not at all.
Yeah.
But that shit is cool.
It's good, yeah.
I mean, I've met people that weren't Kiss fans,
Uh-huh.
and I'm like, all right, check out this track off Dress to Kill.
Okay.
And I'll play She, and they go, holy shit, really?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
Kiss?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, check them out. Then they get into it a little bit, like they want to dive a little deeper
Yeah.
and get into the music a little. They have their heavy moments, and they are influential.
Yeah, true.
Especially with certain tracks like this that are deeper cuts
Yeah.
that people don't hear all the time.
Yeah.
They don't hear all the time.
And this is Love Her All I Can maybe this is a concept album. Well, there's a lot
Right.
of love and sex going on here.
Oh, yeah. Meanwhile, it's called Dress to Kill,
Yeah.
which is kind of
It is
pseudo-menacing.
Yeah.
Or does
yeah.
it mean that you're going out looking to get laid if you're dressed to kill?
That's what I would assume.
Right, okay,
Yeah,
all
yeah,
right.
yeah. Yeah.
Great harmonies right there.
Yeah, you're right.
Great harmonies.
Yeah.
Between Stanley, Paul, Gene, Stanley, and Peter Criss.
Okay.
Like I said, at this point, Ace did not want to sing too much. He would do backup vocals
Yeah.
here and there, but he wasn't confident about his voice. So
Okay. Yeah.
it was mostly the three of them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Chris, Stanley, and Simmons.
Yeah. What else you got in this one?
Well, I gotta be honest.
Yeah.
It's not my favorite
Okay.
on the album. It's
Yeah,
not
yeah,
my
yeah.
favorite. It's got groove to it, and once again, the musicianship is solid.
Yeah.
Very solid.
Uh-huh.
I mean, especially when you listen to the groove, the rhythm section between Simmons and Chris.
Yeah. Okay.
Fucking tight.
Yeah.
Very tight. And then you get this great solo
Uh-huh.
with Ace Frehley. Stanley singing on it is great, harmonizing perfectly.
Mm-hmm.
And then you get the nice rock and roll.
Yeah. Yeah.
woo!
Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
So, I mean, just listen to that groove right there.
It's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's not, it kind of feels a little, we'll get into
Yeah,
it.
we'll get into that. Yeah.
We'll get
okay.
into it.
Okay. Next up, and closing it up. This is basically their signature song, right?
Oh, yeah.
Rock and roll all night.
Yep.
Yeah.
If
We
I
listened-
can
yeah,
freaking,
yeah.
once again.
Oh man.
I know, what the hell?
Oh.
All right, here we go. All
Okay.
right.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right,
And
now.
now rock and roll all night. There we go. Okay. Everyone knows this one.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
The awesome drum intro.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, why save this one until the end? Because
It's
frequently
a
on an album
great-
like this, you would open with a song, right?
No, it's a great closer, too.
Yeah. It's
You
true.
know,
Yeah.
you-
Yeah.
as a band, you always have that question.
Sure. Like you
know?
want to open or close with this one.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, this is their anthem, pretty much. It's one of their anthems.
Absolutely.
They have a
Absolutely. Yeah.
few. And they wrote the hell out of this.
But I feel like if you've only heard one Kiss song, this one you've heard.
Even non-Kiss fans
Yeah, exactly.
know this song.
Yeah, yeah.
They know
They
this
may
song.
not know it's Kiss, but they know the song.
Right,
Yeah.
right. Yeah, there have been imitators,
Yeah.
but nothing like what they wrote with this.
Yeah,
you know,
it's
with,
true, yeah.
With it's right up there. It's an anthem.
It sums them up.
Yeah,
You know, it's we're a party band
right.
and we just give ourselves this groove.
Well, yeah, they were hard pressed making this record
Yeah.
to come up with something, to
Yeah.
come up with material.
Yeah.
And the producer, Neil Bogart, once again said, "Come up with an anthem, something
Yeah,
like that."
okay.
So Paul Stanley took it upon himself to try and come up with something that was what he called a rallying call for Kiss fans.
Sure, yeah.
And so he wrote the chorus, and then went to Gene Simmons and said, "What do you think about this?" And he loved it, so he worked on the verses.
Okay.
So it's expressed in the song as well, where Gene Simmons
Okay.
sings the verses and
Yeah.
Paul Stanley sings the chorus.
Huh, okay.
So they kind of wrote it that way and then
Yeah.
put it together.
Okay.
And then they brought in Ace and Peter and just fleshed everything out.
Okay.
And it works
Yeah, yeah.
right there. It's meant for audience chanting.
Absolutely.
It's meant for
is.
it right here.
It is,
It's,
yeah.
You
yeah.
know, the whole thing with the drum break.
Yeah.
It's just meant for it. It's perfectly crafted as an arena rock
Yeah.
anthem.
Yeah. True. Yeah.
And they set the bar for so many other bands after with creating this song alone.
Yeah.
After is Detroit Rock City and Shout It Out
yeah,
Loud,
yeah.
and so they became masters of the anthem. I mean, right there, listen, that's specifically crafted for the audience
Yeah.
to go
Uh-huh.
along, clap along. It's great stuff. It's awesome stuff. So to think that as much as they were hard pressed to make another record, they were broke. The studio was broke. Mm-hmm. They came up with a few gems on this album.
Yeah.
For me,
Yeah.
for my money. And like I said, it wasn't a single off Dress to Kill. It wasn't until Alive.
Okay, right.
It wasn't until Alive.
Yeah.
They used Rock and Roll All Night to sell Alive.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
And now it's time for
Gun to the Head!
Thank you, Walt. So what is your top song on this album?
Top song is
Everything else being
difficult.
weighed equally and all other factors being incorporated. What is your top song?
Well, I'm torn between Come On and Love Me and She.
Okay.
She being just so dirgy and so dirty and dun dun dun.
She is
that
so
rhythm,
dirty.
right? She's so dirgy.
I'd like to meet her if she's that dirty.
I like a dirgy girl, a Jersey girl.
No, not a Jersey. Sorry, Jersey. I'm a New York guy.
Shit, man, it's tough. You know what?
Yeah.
As much as I love She, and it is an influence on the music that I've made,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Come On and Love Me.
Okay.
Just because of the dynamics in the song, it's just a great groovy, heavy rock song.
Yeah.
It's got certain changes in it that I like, and the whole nine. Lyrically, not so much.
Yeah.
Not so much.
Yeah.
The mirror for your face coming clear. That's all kind of, loopy to me, a little wackadoo. But I do like the sound of that song. And I could see why it was a hit single.
Okay.
So I'm going to go with Come On and Love Me.
That's mine too.
Yeah?
That is mine.
Fuck
Yeah,
no!
I know. That doesn't happen. Well, it happens more often than we like, but yeah, it just happened. Yeah.
All right.
I'm with you on that for everything you stated.
Cool.
So the other way.
I'm going to lose Anything for My Baby.
Okay.
It just sticks out a little bit for me, like I stated earlier on the album. Lyrically, it doesn't. It's the same thread throughout
Yeah,
the
there's
entire
nothing-
record
yeah,
besides
yeah.
Rock and Roll All Night. you
Yeah.
know. And that's basically, like you said, it could be the opener for the album if it were a concept record.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Because
yeah,
basically you
yeah.
want to rock and roll all night, party every day, and just, have sex and do drugs and drink and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Anything for My Baby sticks out a little bit. And I like the music on it. But it just feels a little too contrived.
Okay.
To me.
For me, it's Ladies in Waiting.
I could see why.
Yeah.
I can see why.
Yeah. That's a hard skip for me. It really is. Yeah.
But I like the bass line on that.
no,
The bass line is
yeah.
fucking
No, I know
great.
what you mean. Yeah.
you know?
It just doesn't do it for me. But album cover.
Yeah.
So we've got Kiss in the makeup, of course, but they're not wearing their standard outfits, right? What are
Right.
they dressed up as?
They're dressed
As,
in suits.
Yeah, they got the suits thing going on.
And now the only person of the band
Yeah.
that actually owned a suit at the time was
Yeah.
Peter Criss. So the rest of the band had to borrow suits from their manager.
Yeah, okay.
That's why they're ill fit in the whole thing. Look at Gene Simmons. He's got like high waters.
Well,
you know,
the funny thing is, it suits the whole tight fit thing going on right now.
which is
Like,
funny,
like
right?
back then, it wasn't trendy.
No,
but now
it
it
wasn't.
is.
Yeah. with the cuffs and the
Yeah,
whole thing
now they're
outside the
looking
jacket.
tight.
But yeah, back then, it's comical.
So what do you think about it?
You know
well, here's one question. Do you think it was meant to be comical? You think it's supposed to read as comical?
No,
You think it's
I
supposed
think they
you
were
think-
serious with this.
Okay.
I mean, look at their faces.
Yeah.
They're painted, but look at their
Yeah,
faces.
yeah.
They're thinking this is
They
cool.
look hot.
Especially
Okay.
Paul Stanley. He's very proud of wearing that ill-fit suit. And
I've
Ace
never
and all
worn a
that.
suit before, and I look awesome.
Right. So, and also the embossed thing around.
Yeah.
Because that was actually on the vinyl release,
Oh, it's like
too.
you could touch it and feel it.
Yeah,
yeah.
it was embossed,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
it was the whole thing.
Yeah,
so they tried to do certain packaging
Sure. Okay.
back then.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
they
what-
got hip to promotion.
Well, what do you think about it as an image?
I like the image.
Okay.
I do like the image. It's not Destroyer.
No, not at all.
with the
Yeah.
painting. I prefer Destroyer and Love Gun. I love those images. I think the worst album cover they have is Hotter Than Hell.
Okay.
It's a terrible album cover.
Yeah.
The first album cover is great because it's just them with their
Yeah.
faces. I think this works too. I think it's fun. I don't know if I would keep the Kiss logo going around the whole border.
Yeah.
That I would lose and
Okay.
just have it be the image with Kiss and then Dress to Kill under
Okay.
instead of all this shit going on around it.
Yeah.
I don't know why they went for that. Like I said, I guess promotion wise, if they emboss it, oh, you can touch and feel it. Look at it.
Yeah.
It's raised. It's make my dick hard. And then the back.
Yeah, it's like a whole negative image.
Yeah. Which is horrible.
I don't know. Yeah.
That's stupid.
Yeah.
That's just dumb. The back is just dumb.
That's lazy.
Yeah, right.
It really is.
I'd
Yeah,
rather
yeah.
just see the song titles
Sure. Yeah.
than this on the back of the record. I don't know what they were thinking with the back of the record.
Yeah, I really kind of feel like they make more of an impact when they've got the outfits to kind of match the makeup, personally.
Okay. And why is Gene the only one wearing a gray suit?
Yeah.
And they're all
it
dressed in black.
Yeah, I don't know. And the shoes and... I don't know.
They're like clogs.
Yeah.
Gene, I think he's
It's
wearing
not
clogs
going to be
there.
my favorite Kiss album cover.
Right.
Clubhouse, yeah.
I do like the image, and I know what they were driving for.
Sure, yeah.
Now, also, the album cover was shot here in New York City.
Oh, yeah, okay.
It was taken on the southwest corner of 23rd Street and 8th Avenue.
Okay.
And people have superimposed that image on what that street corner in New York City looks like now.
Yeah.
It's completely
different, yeah.
It's completely
It's like
different.
Abbey Road.
Yeah, exactly. Bob Gruen
Okay.
took the photo. He was John Lennon's personal photographer when
Oh,
he lived
well,
in New
there
York
you go,
City.
yeah.
He's best known for the photograph of Lennon wearing the New York City T-shirt.
Exactly, yeah. Interesting.
So he also worked with Bob Dylan, the New York Dolls, The Clash, the Ramones, Sex Pistols, Patti Smith Group, Blondie, Led Zeppelin, The Who, David Bowie,
Everybody
Tina Turner.
basically in the day, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
Elton John, Aerosmith, Kiss, of course, and Alice Cooper.
Cool.
So I like the album cover.
Cool, okay.
I think they've had worse album covers. Like I said, Hotter Than Hell, the album
Yeah,
right before.
I don't hate it, but it's not the one that really grabs me.
Well, what's the one that really grabs you?
Well, Destroyer.
Destroyer? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's
That's-
great. I
that
mean, they're
just
standing
says-
on this mountain.
Yeah, that just says Kiss.
Yeah,
That
okay.
is, it's the epitome of what Kiss kind of stands for me.
Okay. I like it too, and especially, like I said, kind of graduating from comic books to rock music.
Yeah.
This was,
It's
my
a
end.
natural transition.
Right.
It really is, yeah.
And then into horror right
Sure.
after. But for me, I think probably my favorite Kiss album cover is Rock and Roll Over.
Okay.
With those images. That is a great album cover.
Okay, cool.
Very graphic, really, really stunning album cover image.
Nice.
So, but like I said, these guys were the masters of imagery. I mean,
Yeah,
Alice
true.
Cooper has taken issue with them at points.
Yeah.
With the look and the whole nine and what have you. But Kiss just took it to a different place. Alice Cooper, for my money, is, I don't know. I hate to say this, but a little bit more of a respectable musician in my mind.
Yeah, that's kind of true.
He's a better musician.
Yeah.
These guys are great. They're great at what they do.
Yeah, they are.
And that's why I love them, because they make no bones about what they are as a
Sure.
rock band.
Yeah.
And that's why you gotta love them. People either love or hate Kiss. I've
Okay.
never seen an in-between.
Okay.
You either love them or you hate them.
I think sometimes the hate part is based on just Gene Simmons as a human being, which I'll admit that I have trouble with as well.
Yeah,
but
I do
again,
too.
Again, I try to see beyond the person and just look at the art. I think that's just what you have to do.
There are so many other band guys out there, so many other bands and so many other musicians where when you hear them in interviews, you say, wow, man, you're a total asshole.
Yeah, it's true.
And Gene Simmons is really one
Yeah,
of them.
yeah.
But like you said, you try to separate because I'm a fan of the music.
Exactly.
Yeah, he needs to stop talking sometimes.
Yeah.
He really
Yeah.
needs to stop talking.
Yeah.
He's another one like we discussed in previous podcasts, like Danzig.
Yeah.
The same thing. You need to
exactly.
stop
Yeah.
talking.
Yeah.
Don't talk so much. Don't do interviews.
Yeah.
Just don't.
Stop.
Just don't. And every time you wonder if it's looking for attention or what, or promotion.
Well, it's a desperate
shameless.
narcissism.
Right.
It really is.
Yeah. When it comes to Simmons, yeah.
Yeah.
I think so. When it comes to Chaim,
Yeah.
yeah. I think that, he's constantly looking to sell product. There's no such thing as bad press.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He constantly puts his foot in his mouth. I mean, recently him and Ace got into it.
Yeah.
I read over the internet. And I don't want to get into that whole thing, but who are you going to side with?
Yeah.
You
I know. Yeah.
You always go with Ace or Peter.
Yeah.
Because Paul, he's like a non-entity. He just says, Gene's doing everything he can for the band, man. Paul, stand up and say.
Yeah.
I did see one interview once where Paul Stanley got pissed off at Gene Simmons.
Yeah.
And they kept the camera rolling. And he got really mad at him.
Huh. Interesting.
And Gene said, hey, what are you doing? He said, you're getting in my face. You're messing with me, man. So they got into it for a minute. And I enjoyed finally seeing Paul Stanley take a stand for a minute.
Take a Stanley.
Take a
Sorry.
Take a Stanley.
Just had
No,
to.
it's a good one. But yeah, so I'm a big fan of the band.
Sure.
I love the
yeah,
band. I love
gotcha.
the band.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm wearing a Kiss T-shirt. I've owned many Kiss T-shirts over the years.
Yeah.
I have pretty much almost all of their albums.
Yeah.
In one incarnation or another. Have box set, the whole thing. So I really enjoy the band. I love the band.
Cool. Okay.
Ultimately, did you get into Kiss at an early age? Was it a later age?
It
or-
was a little bit later. When I was a kid, around 9 and 10, there were guys I knew who were getting into it. They weren't quite my thing. I was more the new wave thing at that point.
Okay.
But later on, I kind of went back and started to appreciate them much more.
Okay.
It was fun to me to kind of rediscover this album and just really like dig into it more.
Cool.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, well, so next up we're going to L.
Yeah, right.
And, well, we know what the L one is, right?
Led
Zeppelin.
Zeppelin.
Yeah. So it's tough to pull something anti-seminal.
Oof, because
But-
they're all seminal albums. What's your suggestion?
I would say Presence, because for the general
Yeah.
public,
Okay. Yeah.
they don't know Presence so much.
Good choice, man.
Well, what
That's
do you
a good
think?
choice.
What do you think?
No, I think that's a great choice.
Let's do Presence.
That's
Let's
a great
do it.
choice.
Let's do
I
it.
mean, my other choice would
Yeah.
have been maybe 3, Zeppelin 3.
Yeah,
Because
I just think that's pretty influential.
the only song everybody influential Cole.
Yeah.
The only song people remember offhand is
It's
Immigrant
Immigrant Song.
That's
It's
it. The rest
true.
of them, no
It's
Gallows
true, yeah.
Pole, no,
Yeah. But
Celebration Day.
I kind of feel like it did change. It gave a lot of hard rock bands the freedom to be more acoustic and folkish and
True. Very true. Very true. Very
yeah.
All right, so
Yeah,
Presence.
let's do Presence.
Yeah.
Yeah. It'll be
That's a great
it'll
choice.
be a fun one. Let's do that.
All right.
Awesome. Okay, so I am Max.
I'm Walt.
And we are, as always, Useless Info Inc. doing Anti-Seminal. You can find us on Pinecast, WordPress, the YouTubes, the Facebooks, Twitters, the Google Plays, the iTunes.
At the corner bodega.
Yes. If you want to hang out, have a drink with us, we're always available. Not all the time, but sometimes.
If you're buying,
if
we're
you're buying,
available.
yeah.
If
We
you're
are
buying, we're
so
available.
available if you're buying. Yeah, yes. So we will be back at you with a Led Zeppelin.
Led
Mighty
Zeppelin.
Zepp Presence. See you next time.
Rock and roll.
Rock and roll.
I thought the big red button was the one you were supposed to. Okay, we're at rock.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, in many ways.
Fuck you, man. You know I say that with love.